This is Manish Pandey. Welcome back. In this video, you will learn about Blue Prism data type casting. What is data type casting? Converting value of one data type to another data type is called data type casting. You might know about types of data type casting. If you don't know, no problem, I will tell you. Normally, there are two types of data type casting. First, implicit typecasting, and second, explicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting, when converting value of one data type to another data type happens automatically, it means internally, is called implicit typecasting. And explicit typecasting means when converting value of one data type to another data type is done explicitly using conversion function is called explicit typecasting. Like we use two date functions to convert a value to the date, to number, etc. First I will show you the example of implicit typecasting and then I will show you explicit typecasting. First we will take here calculation stage, double click here, let me write here implicit typecasting just to help you understand. Now here let's say we have a number 5, I want to store in numbers, so I will just put here 5 and we are going to store in number data type. Now click OK and let me link this here, right click, set next stage, and you will see here we are able to store this value to the number data type. Now we have this number data type. Now here I am going to take this value as a text. We have 5 number, but I am putting in the double quotes. It means we are passing 5 number, but Blue Prism will consider as a text. But due to the typecasting, what will happen? This conversion will be happens automatically internally, and then it will be stored as a 5 as a number. Let me try with another number. Let me try like 1 2 3. Right click, set next stage, next. Now you can see here this has been stored as a number data type, but we are passing as a text, right? Now let's say if I am passing here any alphanumeric value a, and then if you will right click, set next stage, and you will see here unable to cast value 1 to 3a to number data item, because here we have a number data item and the value that we are passing as a alphanumeric, so that we cannot store this value to number, so it's not able to cast this value. But if we are passing the value in 1 to 3 as number in text, so that casting will be done automatically and will be stored to the number. Now let's say I have another value, let's say I am going to pass here true, right? And we know that this true or false is treated as a flag in Blue Prism. Now I am going to store this as a, let me create this, store this as a flag and store here. Now here this is created as a text, but I am going to change that as a flag, because I know that value that I am passing is true, which should be stored as a flag, right? Now right click and next, you can see here this has been stored as a flag with true value. If I am removing this double quotes, I am just passing as a true. Now what will happen? Right click, set next stage, and you can see we can store that one. So even the true value or false value I am passing in double quotes as a text, that will be automatically converted to flag data type, that is called typecasting. But if I am passing here TRUD, so that's a different value, so we'll be getting error. So that is not a text also, and that is not a flag also, so we are getting error here, because this Blue Prism automatically knows that this true is flag. Even if we are passing in double quotes, it will consider this as a flag value. Let me take another example, that is date format. So here I am going to store a date value, date, create this is currently stored as a text. Let me change that to the date, select here date, Now double click, and here I am passing in double quotation 20/08/2022. Now I am passing this date in the double quotation and then try to store in a this date data type. So we are able to convert. So this typecasting is working fine here. Now let's say, so I am putting here 20 August 2022. Here this is string, and but I want to store this as a date here, and date will show you like this in this range. So right click, set next stage, and you can see here this implicit typecasting is working fine here. Let me refresh that, and now right click, set next stage, and you can see here automatically this value, this 20 August 2022 has been converted to the date data type. Let's say I am passing value like this 20, or let's say 21/08 like this. This will be also considered as a date. Right click, set next stage, and you can see here. Now let me show you with the help of collections. Let me reset that, and here I have this actions to read the Excel file and store in this order collection, and then I will show you the same typecasting one. Let me increase the debug speed. Let me right click, run to this stage. Now you will see here we have data, we have quantity which is stored as a text, but these are the number, we know that, right? Here we have priority, so we have the values that is flag value but stored as a text. Here we have a date, but that date and date time like that, but that is stored as a text. If you want to store, if you want to typecasting this one, you can do that. Let me take this priority and quantity. So we'll go to this typecasting here, and now here we'll take that collection, order collection dot, we have quantity. Now I am going to store this quantity here in this number. So this is we are getting as a text, but we are trying to store this in the number data type. If you see, I am passing as a number data type. Now right click, set next stage, and you will see here we are able to store that as a number, but our value that we are getting as a text. But what is happening here, converting this value of this data type to another data type. Now let me take one more calculation stage, and now double click here, and this time I am going to take as a priority where we have the value as a true and false. Now I am going to store this in the flag. This is the flag data type we have. Now right click, set next stage, and you can see here we are able to store that as a flag data type, but here we are getting as a text. Now I am going to show you the examples of explicit typecasting that we do using conversion functions. So for that I will take a calculation stage, double click on that, I will write here explicit typecasting. Now here let's say I have quantity value, so let me take it from here, quantity that we are getting here, that we are getting as a text. Now I am trying to plus 5, so whatever value I am getting I am going to add with this 5 number. So here is 5, but here is text, and I want to store this value to a number. So let me take this one to this number, and now if I will try to do that, so you will see here it will not able to typecast that, it will not able to perform this calculation, because of here we are getting text and here we are going to add with the 5 number. So how we can convert this? So for that I have to write this to number. This to number function I am using this, which is the example of explicit typecasting, and then we will able to perform the calculation. Now next, now you can see here we are getting 7. So this is called typecasting. Thank you.